Mono I wants to know whether you can start dreadlocks with 4 inches of hair. The hair length required for dreadlocks is one of a lot of discussion. People want to kind of like start dreadlocks as soon as they can, often. Like people get in their head like, I want dreadlocks and I want them now, and like the process of waiting for the hair to grow out is kind of boring. There's a lot of patience required in growing the dreadlocks and forming them, and that's fine and good. You have to deal with that, but then the process of just waiting for your hair to grow out is just boring, right? So a lot of people want to know, how quick can you form the dreads? Like how soon after you started growing your hair out can you form the dreads? My general recommendation is, as you can see in my hair length required for dreadlocks video, which I recorded probably many years ago now. It doesn't seem like that long ago, but it's out there. And my recommendation in that has always been to try and aim for 6 inches of hair minimum. And a lot of people have jumped in and go, wow, that's quite long. And it is. You can form dreadlocks with shorter hair than 6 inches. It varies depending on the method, such as if your hair was shorter than 6 inches, I probably wouldn't try and twist and rip it, but you could potentially backcomb hair that's shorter than that and it might hold together, or you could start neglecting your hair from shorter than that length. In fact, you can start neglecting to free-form dreadlocks from any length, but my recommendation has generally always kind of been 6 inches or more, because I think that's kind of the safest level that you can start from. Basically, the shorter your hair, or the shorter the hair that you start from, the more likely it is that the dreadlocks are going to become extra loose and start to fall apart and wash out. A lot of people are really scared when they start the dreadlocks that the hairs are going to just like unlock and the dreadlocks are going to wash out and they're going to have wasted all that time. And the longer the hair, the less likely that's going to be to happen, because the longer the hair, the more knots you can put in. So it's going to be like lots and lots of knots that would have to become really loose before the whole thing washes out. Whereas if you start with a really short length of hair, there's not that many knots in there. So it's like, as you can see, more likely to come undone. That's why I am kind of super playing it safe with 6 inches. There's no law that says you have to wait for 6 inches. It's just kind of, if they're started shorter than that and they just wash straight out and you come and ask me why did like my dreads go undone, the first question I'll ask is, was the hair 6 inches or longer? Because it's just kind of the first sort of assumption to jump to in that area. So original question that I've kind of meandered around but also answered at the same time is, can you start dreadlocks with 4 inches of hair? Yes, you can. Possibly. Will they hold together? Possibly. Some people will have had really great experiences starting with that short, and they'll be like years down the line, and be like, yeah, you didn't need to wait until they were longer. I started with 4 inches, the dreads are great. Other people will be like, I started with 4 inches, it washed out, I had to wait. So your mileage may vary. What you decide to do is up to you. I'd wait until it's a bit longer, but that's just me. That was this week's quick Q&A video. If you liked it, do consider leaving a quick like. If we get, what did we say last week? If we get another 300 likes on this video, there'll be another Q&A video same time next week. Sound good? Yes. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. You can ask me questions there. And if there's a really cool, fun comment that is semi-original and you have a name that I can pronounce, Monai! Then maybe your question will be answered next week. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you again next time. Farewell!